In today's breaking story, audio of Trump privately discussing his war plans has just leaked. That's right, Donald Trump and his administration, they cannot keep anything secret. They have so many leaks, it's ridiculous. But I know what you're probably thinking when you hear that Trump's war plans leaked. You're probably thinking, what war plans? Trump doesn't know what's going on.
CNN reports Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth did not inform the White House before he authorized a pause on weapons shipments to Ukraine last week.
How do you do that?
According to 5 sources familiar with the matter.
Wait. A Secretary of Defense? A Secretary of Defense pauses weapons transfers and you don't tell the Commander-in-Chief?
Sir, yesterday, you said that you were not sure who ordered the munitions halted to Ukraine. Have you since been able to figure that out?
Well, I haven't thought about it because we're looking at Ukraine right now and munitions, but I have not gone into it.
What does it say that such a big decision could be made inside your government without you knowing?
I would know. If a decision was made, I will know. I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'd give the order, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah, please.
Seriously, bruh, you didn't know, but you'll know when you don't know? What? It really does feel like Donald Trump doesn't know anything, and he hopes that America never figures it out. At this point, I'm surprised he's not wishing the auto pen could do more of his responsibilities.
Sir, can you explain how you calculated your latest round of tariffs? Was there a formula that was used? And do you expect any of these countries to face tariffs as well?
The formula was a formula based on common sense, based on deficits, based on how we've been treated over the years, and based on raw numbers. And we're going to have a couple of more coming out today. Brazil, as an example, has been not good to us, not good at all. We're going to be releasing a Brazil number, I think, later on this afternoon or tomorrow morning. But they're based on very substantial facts and also past history. You look at the past history, we never had anybody in the White House that understood the numbers or...
However, this is where there's a bit of a twist. Trump, although he appears aloof and like an absolute idiot, he might be slightly more aware than we actually believe. That's right. In today's breaking story, audio of Trump privately discussing his war plans just leaked. And believe me, this is highly concerning. Take a look. Tonight, newly leaked audio reveals Donald Trump telling donors he threatened to bomb various countries if they didn't comply with his demands. The recording, obtained by the Washington Post reporters and aired for the first time, sheds light on the version of Trump behind closed doors. Here's the leaked audio.
To Putin, I said, if you go in to Ukraine, we'll bomb the shit out of Moscow. I'm telling you, I had no choice. Republic. So he goes like, I don't believe you. He said, no way, and I said, wait. And then he goes like, I don't believe you, but the truth is he believed me 10%. And I told you this, he believed me 10%. Then I'm with President Xi of China, but I said the same thing to them. I said, if you go into Taiwan, I'm going to bomb the shit out of Beijing. He thought I was crazy. He said, Beijing, you're going to bomb Beijing. I said, I have no choice. I got to bomb them. We're going to bomb Beijing. And he didn't believe me either, except 10%. And 10% is all you need. In fact, 5% would have been okay too. And we never had a problem. We would have never had a problem.
Trump has long bragged that there were no wars under his watch and campaigned on an America First No Wars platform. But this audio tells a different story, one where Trump casually threatens to bomb foreign capitals, not just Moscow, but also Beijing. Far from a peace-seeking dealmaker, the tapes reveal a man eager to project instability and violence behind closed doors, exposing a bloodthirsty war hawk image at odds with the narrative he sells to voters. Yeah, at the end of the day, the guy that promised to be a peaceful president, the guy who promised no wars, behind closed doors, he seems to be bloodthirsty, and he seems to be absolutely desperate for war. Sorry, MAGA, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and you won the dumbest prize of them all, Donald Trump.